Here are 4 of the best possible layouts for you, each one including its own sensitivity settings. The layouts are for 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, and 5 fingers. And I've arranged them in order. Let's get started with the first layout, which is the 2-finger layout. The fastest peak in the world. The fastest FPP prone in the world. The best zero recoil in the world. The best aiming in the world. And many other unique features that this 2-finger layout I've created for you offers. It's one of the most unique layouts that you can easily get used to, and its functionality is such that you can even play like a 3 or 4-finger player. Stay with me in the following steps, and don't skip the video so you don't miss the best methods and tricks. Don't rush, take 2 minutes to learn. Thank you. The sponsor of this video is CocoDP. CocoDP, with its services available in over 40 countries worldwide, is considered one of the best and most comprehensive online top-up platforms. This platform offers a wide variety of products, including PUBG Mobile UC, Bigo Live and Popo Live tokens, Honkai Star Rail items, Apple and PSN gift cards, and other digital goods at competitive prices, securely and with high speed. For a discounted and seamless purchase experience, make sure to use my exclusive link provided in the description or the pinned comment of this video. All right, let's get started. Go to the settings and then to the layout section, and always try to use the right side layout. I've explained the reason many times in previous videos. Select the right side layout, then tap on this option. And now click on the featured option to open the ready-made layouts. From here, select the 2-finger layout. And if you're using a mobile phone, choose the mobile option. But if you have a tablet, select the tablet option. I have a mobile phone, so I will choose mobile. And finally, click on the preview option to enter edit mode. In the first step, move the options for sitting in the car, opening and closing doors, jumping out of the car, and so on to this part in the middle of the screen. This way, you can use these options most effectively without them getting in your way. For example, you can quickly jump left and right out of the car to confuse the enemy and then shoot them. You just need to first get into one side of the car, then quickly tap the exit option, and finally sit on the other side of the car. A very good and golden trick you should definitely use. In the next step, make the options that block your front view less visible. For example, options like settings that are placed here, the speaker option, the mic option, your map, and other things that block your sight. Of course, using these options is very necessary, and they should be visible. So I suggest reducing their visibility by about 50%. Also, enlarge the chat option and the scope switch button a little, and place them under the map because these 2 options are used very frequently. Also, make these 2 options less visible because they can block your view too. Let me tell you about reducing the visibility of these options. For example, as you can see, we can spot the enemy over our map option, and this small change can often help you see the enemy and not lose the fight or get surprised when an enemy suddenly appears. Anyway, reducing the visibility can be very useful. Also, you can easily use the scope switch and chat options with your right hand without them being an obstacle. In the next step, reduce the visibility of the teammate name options on the left side to improve your view. Also, move the kill message option to the top, because since you're playing with your fingers, if it's placed at the bottom, you might lose focus with your left hand because of it. From this section, place the scope mode switch option here, and make it less visible too. Then, place the 2 very important options, the quick access to consumables and throwable packs and their friends here. This can give a special and professional order to your controller. As you can see, using these 2 options placed here becomes very easy and pleasant, and it makes you enjoy the game more. Also, be careful to activate the throw quick option for the best experience using grenades, their friends, and consumables, because it allows you to directly activate any item by dragging over it. Set the throwables quick wheel to switch, and with this, you can grab anything you want by circular dragging forward. Lastly, set the throw consumables option to enable, and this way, when needed, especially when you are surrounded, you can throw consumable packs to your friend. I must say that these settings I mentioned are very important, and you should definitely follow the instructions because they can be very helpful. In the next step, set the joystick size between 120 to 130 to have the best joystick. If you want to know everything about having the best and fastest joystick, there's a video about it on the channel, and I will also put its link in the video description. I recommend you watch it too. After setting the joystick, it's time to adjust the left fire button option. Set it the same size as the joystick and place it above the joystick option. In the next step, place the mark and FPP options on both sides of the joystick and fire buttons so that you can easily use them with your left hand. Also, move your bag option here to the left corner. Well, I must say that the arrangement of these options is set up very well. You can very easily and quickly mark the enemy, you can very easily switch to FPP mode, and most importantly, you can control the scope very well because this left fire button does not move when touched, and this can reduce the recoil caused by touch movement. Now, in the next step, clear this area and rearrange all the options according to the instructions again. Arrange the jump, crouch, prone, and other options neatly here with a size of 170, and also adjust the zoom and fire options to the same size and organize them neatly beside them. You can easily jump and shoot at the same time, creating strong connection and order. You can quickly crouch and zoom, which helps with precise aiming. You can quickly prone and shoot, which is really useful during intense fights. This option is also placed in a very good location that increases your speed. Also, remember to use the right fire button for close combat because it moves with touch, and if used for long-range fights, it causes recoil. However, for close combat, it is very suitable and professional. In the next step, place the parachute and cancel options above the zoom option. The reason is that when you are using zoom, you cannot use parachute or cancel. And in other situations, their timing and usage are completely separate and they don't interfere with each other. Then place the reload option here next to the weapons and reduce its visibility to 0 because its location is very clear and obvious, and its invisibility helps your focus. Now also set the peak options with a size of 175 and place them below the other options so you can better use them with your right hand. I must say that the location of the peak options is also excellent, and using them is really easy. If you're looking to get your own custom sensitivity code or layout for your device, I've got some great news for you. You can take advantage of a special event prepared for you by CocoDP. All you need to do is make your first purchase from CocoDP. Take a screenshot of your receipt or order confirmation and send it along with your exact phone model to the Telegram ID or email displayed on the screen. I'll personally send you a free custom sensitivity code or layout tailored for your device. Now, how do you make a purchase? It's super simple. First, click on my special link in the video description or pinned comment to go to the CocoDP website. Next, click on the product you want, like PUBG Mobile. Then, enter your in-game ID in the required field. After that, choose the amount of UC or item you want. Finally, select your preferred payment method. I recommend using Cocoin because it gives you a 1% exclusive discount. Once that's done, just click the final payment button and your order will be successfully placed. For a secure, reliable, and fast purchase, CocoDP is the best choice. And don't forget to take advantage of this special event while it's still available. And you can also use this sensitivity. And if the video was helpful, please like it and leave a comment. Also, I have included all the settings and 2 videos for you below. I suggest you watch them as well to improve even more. Until the next video, goodbye. Fight like a pro from behind cover. Peek like a pro. Control the joystick like a pro. Throw like a pro. Control the scope like a pro, and many other things that are included in this video and this awesome 3-finger layout. Learn them all in just 2 minutes and become a pro. Stay with me in the rest of the video. Let's get started. Never use the left side layout because it's not helpful at all. The controls become really hard. The reason is that half of the layout is dedicated to the joystick, and most of the time your movement becomes slow. Also, don't use the middle layout either. It's very difficult to use and I don't recommend it at all. Go for the right side layout and click on it. Now click here, and then select the featured option so the ready-made layouts appear for you. Now choose the 3-finger layout so we can edit it later. And remember, if you're using a tablet, choose this option here. But if you're using a mobile phone, select this one. Finally, click on the preview option so we can enter the editing mode. Now in the editing mode, first place the options for sitting in the car, opening the door, shop access, reviving and helping up your teammate, and jumping out of the car, all in the center of the screen. The reason is that when you're using these options, you don't need to aim in case you're worried about your aim or field of view. Another reason is that you can quickly switch between the left and right sides of the vehicle and confuse the enemy. Just sit on one side of the car, then quickly press the jump out option from here, and this time sit on the other side. Keep repeating this until the enemy runs out of bullets, and then shoot them. In the next step, move the name display options from this section because they block your view. Also, reduce their size and reposition them here. I recommend making them more transparent so you can see better and they won't block your view during fights. Then, place the mark option here and increase its size so you can use it more quickly. Below it, place the FPP option and make it the same size as the mark option. This is the best spot for these two options, where you can easily use your left thumb to mark enemies or activate FPP mode. Activating FPP in open areas is not recommended because aiming becomes harder and bullets scatter more. Use the FPP option in room corners, in front of windows, or when throwing grenades to make it more effective. Next, set your joystick size between 120 and 130 and position it directly across from the left fire button to create harmony and prevent your hand from losing contact with the joystick during movement. We've created a complete and detailed video about the joystick, and the link is provided in the video description. Feel free to check it out. Also, place the 6x and 8x scope zoom in out buttons next to these two options so you can zoom in or out with your left hand while aiming with your right. Additionally, the best place for the healing and grenade kit options is right here. Place them side by side so you won't get confused when using them. This setup keeps everything organized. Grenades on the right, healing items on the left. This is the best combination. I personally use this setup as well. In the next step, put the reload button next to the weapon slots. This can be very effective since having it close to your weapons allows for quicker reloads and can often help you defeat your enemies faster. Lastly, open up or clear this area a bit, as it's an important region that gives you good visibility during fights. As for the other small options, place the scope switch and chat options right here, and make them bigger, because you'll be using these a lot, especially during intense and team-based battles.
Enemies ahead! Enemies ahead!
And now, clear this area completely so you can start organizing all the options from scratch, step by step. First, place the right fire button in this section. Now, place the zoom button above the fire button with a larger size. Then, place the left peek button with a size of 235 in this area, just below and to the side of the zoom button. Now, place the next zoom button on the right side in the same manner. This is for better organization and more precise and faster usage. You'll be able to use the peek option very quickly due to its large size and good positioning. Remember, if you're a gyro player, disable the camera rotation while leaning option in the peek settings. But if you're a non-gyro player, enable this option. Also, I recommend enabling the peek and open scope option so you can zoom while peeking. Use the right fire button for close-range combat as it moves with your touch, but it's not suitable for long range because it causes recoil. For long-range fights, use the left fire button. It doesn't move with touch and doesn't cause recoil, so you can control your scopes more easily. Regarding the zoom option, if you're a gyro player, turn off camera rotation while ADS. But if you're not a gyro player, make sure to turn it on. Next, move the jump, crouch, and prone buttons to the right side of the screen in that order, so you can easily use them all with your right hand, which will boost your gameplay speed. Finally, place the cancel and parachute buttons above the zoom button. Since using cancel and zoom simultaneously isn't likely, this placement won't cause any issues. After that, save your layout from here so it stays on your account permanently. Don't go anywhere. Next, I'll give you a sensitivity setup that you can use if you'd like. Here's the sensitivity I mentioned. If the video was helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. if you want me to create your custom sensitivity and layout, make sure to take advantage of the opportunity I mentioned about Coco DP at the beginning of the video. See you in the next video. Goodbye. If you're using the game's default and unorganized layout and always playing like a noob on the battlefield, but now you need a fast and well-organized four-finger layout, then this video is for you. Maybe the layout you've created for yourself looks like this. And that's terrible. It clearly shows that you're playing like a noob. My recommendation is this layout. For example, you could peek quickly, crouch, and zoom instantly to confuse your enemy, and much more, including settings, sensitivity adjustments, and other features that will turn you into a pro. Stay with me to find out more. Let's get started. Always try to use the right side layout for your setup, as it offers several great advantages. For example, if you touch this area, the joystick won't be activated. But in these two layouts, if you touch the left half of the screen, the joystick will move, which might get you killed for no reason, especially if you're camping against an opponent. Now, select this option, then click here and choose the featured option to open the preset layouts. From there, select the four-finger layout so we can edit it. If you're using a mobile phone, choose this option, and if you're on a tablet, go with this one. For the first step of editing, reduce the size of the minimap from this section and place it here, because if it's too big, it will block your vision. Also, on the left side, reduce the size of your teammates' names and move them to the bottom of the screen to keep them from obstructing your view. Next, adjust the left fire button to be slightly larger and position it opposite the joystick to create a more organized layout and avoid confusion. Then, make sure the joystick size is set to 130. I explained the reason for this in my video, Build the Best Joystick in the World, and I'll leave the link in the video description in case you want to watch it. Now we have some unnecessary elements in this section that block our view, and we also need to place other important things here. So, move these options to the left side of the screen, next to the left fire button. Additionally, I recommend making them more transparent so they don't obstruct your vision, as their usefulness during gameplay is only about 1%. And if you need to turn on your mic, do it before starting the match. Now, clear this space so we can place each option in an organized and structured way. First, set the zoom button to the largest possible size and position it here. Next, adjust the crouch, prone, jump, and peek buttons to be the same size and arrange them around the zoom button in a semicircle. This setup allows you to use your index finger to jump, go prone, crouch, peek, and zoom simultaneously, which is essential for becoming faster and more professional. This is the best placement for these buttons, making you stand out from other players. Now, for the next step, place the right fire button here. One important thing to know is that the right fire button moves when touched, while the left fire button does not. You might be wondering, where and how should I use them correctly? The answer is simple. Since the right fire button moves when touched, it might cause your aim to shift if your finger moves. Therefore, use the right fire button for close-range fights. On the other hand, since the left fire button doesn't move or cause recoil, use it for long-range fights to maintain your accuracy and make the most of your sensitivity settings. Now, place the cancel button above the zoom button and set it to the largest size possible. The reason for this is that when you activate a grenade, you no longer need to zoom in, and in fact, you can't. In this case, the scope button switches to the cancel button, allowing you to easily use it with your index finger. Next, position the quick switch scope button here and increase its size. Also, place the chat button directly below it and make it larger as well. The reason for increasing their size is that these two buttons are used frequently. With a bigger quick switch scope button, you can quickly attach the right scope to your weapon, and with a larger chat button, you can efficiently send requests during the game. Now, place the climb button here and make it larger as well. This button is crucial and frequently used throughout the game. Other less important buttons can be arranged in the middle of the screen since they are situational and don't need to be taken too seriously. These two buttons are also very important. Set them here so you can use them with your left hand. For example, if you're zooming in with your right hand, you can mark the enemy's location with your left hand. Next, place the healing and grenade buttons here. This spot is ideal because you can use your right thumb for both weapons and these essential options simultaneously. Finally, place the reload button next to the weapon switch button. This area should remain clear so you can move the screen freely without any obstructions during gameplay. Once everything is set up, go to this section and save your layout so it stays permanently linked to your account. And now, I'll tell you the necessary settings you need to apply to ensure you don't face any issues while using this layout. First, make sure to disable the camera rotation while ADS option, because if it's enabled, it creates recoil, which might make you blame your sensitivity settings. Next, set the scope mode to mixed. This is the best option since we need to control other buttons with our index finger as well. Then, enable the quick switch scope option. This feature allows you to swap scopes between weapons as fast as possible. Now, go to the peek section and set the peek mode to mixed so that when you use the peek function, you can simultaneously use the zoom button as well. In this section, disable the camera rotation while leaning option. If this is enabled, you won't be able to use peek effectively because it moves when touched, which can mess up your aim. Also, make sure to disable the peek and open scope option. This prevents the game from automatically switching to scope mode whenever you peek, giving you more control over your movements. Now, go to Advanced Settings. Here, set Sprint Sensitivity, TPP, and FPP to the highest possible values. This will give you better vision and more speed throughout the game. If you need a good sensitivity setup, you can use this one. Go to the Sensitivity section and select High. Don't edit the lens section. Instead, go straight to the gyroscope section. Here, make sure the ADS gyroscope option is disabled. Then, customize your sensitivity based on this method. Keep in mind that this part is only for gyro players, and this sensitivity setup is extremely high, so I wouldn't recommend it for beginners. And that's it for today's video. If you found it helpful, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you want to order a custom layout or sensitivity setup, follow the purchasing process I explained at the beginning of the video using my CocoDP link and get your own personalized setup from me. See you in the next video. Goodbye.
Victory belongs to us.
Fastest aiming. Fastest peeking. Best movement with FPP. The best sensitivity. Special thanks to CocoDP for sponsoring this video. If you're tired of the crazy prices at other stores and you're looking for cheap UC, BigOlive and PopOlive tokens, or other digital products, give CocoDP a try. The link with a special discount just for the friends of this video is waiting for you in the description and pinned comment. Alright, let's get started. First, we go to the Customize Button section, and from here select the right layout. Then click on the Layouts option, and after that click on Featured. Now from this section, select 4-finger. You might wonder, we're going to create a 5-finger layout, so why are we selecting 4-finger? The reason is that PUBG Mobile doesn't have a default 5-finger layout, so we have to edit and use this one. Also, if you're using a tablet, select this option, but if you're using a phone, choose the other one. Finally, click on the Preview option. Now we're in edit mode. First of all, make the teammate name tag option smaller and place it here. Then place the scope switch button which is for 6x and 8x scopes, over here. After that, place the fire button here, or alternatively here. Set this according to your habit. Then, make the joystick the same size as the fire button to create better symmetry. Also, if you want to learn everything about building the best joystick, don't miss that video. The link is in the description, and I recommend watching it after this one as a complement to this video. Now place the Mark and FPP options here. And remember, if you previously had the FPP button on the left side, place it here. Otherwise, move it to the right side, and later I'll explain exactly where to place it. As you can see, you can easily use the left side buttons, and I should mention that I placed it here, but you can place it wherever you prefer, here or here. Again, it depends on your habit. I personally don't use the FPP button on the left side, so here I only have the Mark button because I'm used to using it comfortably with my left hand. Alright, now it's time for the jump and prone buttons. Set the size of these buttons to 128 and place them in a circular layout next to the left fire button. But keep in mind that if you place the fire button in the same area as I did, you should arrange the jump and prone buttons vertically like this so you can use them more easily. Also, while these buttons are important, they shouldn't slow down your gameplay. Out of these 6 buttons, 3 are very useful, and the other 3 are less frequently used. The 3 more important ones are the mic, speaker, and settings, which I recommend placing right here. You can place the rest wherever you like, as long as they don't interfere with your speed and gameplay. Then place other options like the door, shop, enter and exit vehicle, etc. here in the middle of the screen. These are also very useful and practical. For example, you can use the crouch and switch seats in a vehicle to confuse the enemy. You can first crouch on one side, then quickly jump out of the car and move to the other side until the enemy runs out of bullets. And now, place the scope switch button and the chat button next to each other right here. Then set and place the zoom button aligned with the left fire button right here. After that, place the right fire button directly across from the zoom button down here. Next, put the parachute and cancel buttons above the zoom button. The reason for this is that when you're using the zoom, you can't cancel anything or open the parachute, and vice versa. They follow a specific order. Then, place the peek buttons on both sides of the right fire button, and make sure they're the same size. Next, place the I button above the right fire button. After that, place the med kits and grenades buttons here, since they won't get in the way and will be easy to use. Then, place the reload button next to the weapons. And finally, put the crouch button right here so you can easily use it with your right hand. Save your layout from this section and use it. Stay with me as I show you the best sensitivity settings and how to use this layout more effectively. With this layout, you can act quickly and smoothly. For example, you can easily mark enemy positions with your right hand.
Help!
The peek button is also placed in a perfect spot and works excellently. These 3 buttons also work well with the right fire button, which makes aiming accuracy much better. Always remember to use the right fire button in close range fights because it moves with touch, which makes it unsuitable for long range battles. For long range, use the left fire button because it doesn't move with touch and therefore won't create any extra recoil. You can also use the FPP button in combination with the prone button. If this video was helpful, please leave a like and a comment. Also, for cheap and trustworthy purchases, use the CocoDP discount link found in the description and pinned comment. Until the next video, goodbye.